What's up, guys? Today we're looking at the finals of the Pokemon Perfect 2020 ADV Championship. Um, on the bottom is the linear curve, one of the best to ever do it. If you watch tournaments, you've seen him before. His opponents I haven't seen before, at least not that I know of. But he's in the finals, so he's bound to be pretty good. Here we see a spicy Articuno, known to be a bit stally with the pressure, so it could be that we're in for a longer game. Also runs Heal Bell. Uh, so it also makes it a bit stally, like Toxic isn't going to do much. It's sometimes run with rest users to get the rest off. Snorlax is coursing up here, realizing that the opposing team is a little bit passive, so they can. Gets a body slam off on the T-Tar, but doesn't do too much, doesn't get the para, so possibly wants to move out here, but he just wants to get the para, and he gets it. And the T-Tar just wants to roar. So it looks for a slight advantage for the top, getting that para on the T-Tar, which of course really needs that speed and really needs those turns. Starmie gets a spike off, but Foray is of course completely healthy. Can't tell yet if it's looks like it's a defensive Starmie, so that para and the recover aren't going to matter that much as soon as it switches out. But Jirachi's going to want to body slam on the switch out, which is why top goes to Celebi, which is natural cure. Gets Leech Seed off, and Jirachi just wants to wish, so it looks like this is going to be quite a long game. So I'm going to start skipping. Well, perhaps after this T-Tar versus Snorlax. Let's see what they got for us. Into the Metagross. Turns out to be a mixed T-Tar. And the Gyarados into Snorlax. Gyarados wants to move out. Fortress just wants to get some spikes up. Now I'm going to. Snorlax is going to start cursing. So let's see what happens here. Back into the T-Tar. Presumably just to get another roar. It is quite tense because I don't really know what Snorlax can do here. If T-Tar is just going to roar. No, he predicted. I don't know quite what he predicted. And Snorlax gets an earthquake off, and there's the roar finally. So that crunch almost cost him all of his life. So it looks like a real advantage for top here. Gets body slam on the Starmie. Was that a crit? Yes. So Starmie is quite low, but presumably we'll be able to recover later. Another body slam on the Melodic wouldn't matter as much as you'd think because of course, Marvel skill, which increases its defense by 100 if it gets a status move. So it's going to take very little damage from now on if he wants to keep it and not get it off. But there was a predicted, well, it wasn't predicted, but top definitely didn't predict that HP Grass from Fortress. Because he goes into Starmie, and that was so painful because that Starmie could have just recovered. And now spikes are just going to go up. And 4 of the mons from top are just grounded. So that was a big pivot, a big change in the momentum. The top knows that he's going to start Dragon Dancing up just to make something happen. Because he needs to make something happen now. Another Dragon Dance. Getting some spikes up. The hidden power is going to do 50. Around 50. And is just 4 just going to explode? Getting the spike up? God, I don't know what this. I don't know if this man's is going places or. Yeah, okay, so what's next then? Jirachi? Men's doesn't have leftovers, so it's just going to get stalled out then? It's a long game, but it's quite exciting. Um, just trying to get to Intimidates. That was a free Intimidate because of the Earthquake. Yeah, just trying to stall it out, I suppose. And there it is. He trades to Gyarados for that very boosted well, most of the health of the Gyarados for the very boosted Salamence. And it's now 5-4, so still in favor of the bottom. Now it is going to slow down a bit, so I'm going to skip a couple turns. Gyarados into Snorlax. And gets a wish off on the Gyarados, so firmly in the favor of the bottom here. Like, the top would have to get like something really good to be able to claw this back. It looks just like a slow and painful defeat from here. Yeah, look at the Melodic slowly recovering, slowly getting more health. Explodes into Articuno, so it's 3-on-3 here. I don't know how that happened. It was 4-on-4. Yeah, Articuno comes in. No, Articuno comes in on the Metagross. And the explosion was predicted, or he just wanted to. I just can't imagine he wanted to let Articuno go there. Not that I was going to do much, like maybe against Celebi, but not against Snorlax and Melodic, so maybe he just wanted to risk it. Like he just didn't care enough about it. I think it's just still in favor of bottom here of Linear Curve. It looks like a rest Gyarados, so there you see why he had the Articuno in the first place to be able to get those rests off. Yeah, quite a bulky endgame, possibly a bit slow. Gonna skip a couple turns. Gyarados wakes up, rests, so possibly just stalling. Oh, and there you go. So Body Slam gets the power on Snorlax. It's very low health. And that was it. So I guess the spikes just did its job. So there you can see why getting down to Starmie was so incredibly important, because these mons just keep getting chipped out, especially something like Snorlax, which just takes so much damage from spikes. And it's really quite passive if it can't get its curses. If you look at the chat, let's see, turn 103. Yeah, Snorlax gets the para. And Linear Curve says it could have been interesting still if there wasn't a crit or a para. And I am inclined to agree, though I do think it was in favor of Linear because of the spikes. Well, let's go into the next game. Just immense into 4, pretty standard stuff here. Oh my god, here's a Politoad. It's a rain setter. It does hypnosis. Its stats aren't wonderful. But that's of course what you need for a Medicham, just to click Focus Punch here. But there is a Wake Up, and there is an Explode. So it looks like it's pretty equal for now. There's a sub mean look Gengar. I'm not sure what he's going to try to do here. I don't know if you learned the Paris song, but I guess we're about to see. Yeah, there you go. So it's just going to try to sub. I don't know if it has Protect. Yeah. So this is a game from 2020. So this tech goes pretty far back. Like something we've more recently seen on like with. I feel like. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but like Jinx and Ductrio or other trappers. I'm not entirely sure. But there is the Explode, so he does at least get a bit of the Swampert off. But with this Politoad getting more and more sleeps, it's starting to look more and more equal. There's a Thief getting the leftovers from Articuno, so this Politoad is doing crazy work. Definitely getting a lot of value here, which is something you don't often see. Like even if you see Politoad, it just sets a brain and dies. Then of course Hypnosis is 50-50, so we have seen it hit twice here. Swampert juiced Sleep Talk. Was it? I assume it was still asleep a second ago then. Nice brick break into Snorlax, getting a little bit of chip. But it's super bulky here without sand. Doesn't get a para. And there's a crit. So next hit's going to kill. So he moves it out just as a sack for later. Here's the jump off. So this game is rather crazy for a final. Like you don't see that every day. But it doesn't. It doesn't do much. I don't know why. It didn't do much because the sleep powder misses. So I think that's a 5% chance to miss. And another sleep powder miss. So that is painful. Like two hypnosis hits. Yeah. And top says you just keep getting lucky. the top in the chat says if you like Star Wars, maybe referring to the luck that was needed to pull off this win. But yeah, referring to the luck. Uh, yeah, and that was quite a bit of luck. Let's go. Let's see the end again here. Uh, just a fire blast into Articuno with a burn. Another bit of luck. Um, I don't know if the fire blast would have killed without the burn, possibly. And that just seals it. Another mean look, but okay, I don't see it's getting a Parish song off here, or maybe it does, but then yeah, there's the double protect, a bit of desperation, but these things are necessary, and that was it. And even linear curve says it. It's not an error. It's just bad luck. Even refers to the burn. Um, so that was pretty insane. Um, well, I'll see you in the next video. Yeah.